Imagine with me for a moment you're sitting at your desk at school, your teacher is giving her daily lecture, and suddenly the principal's voice speaks on the intercom. She says, "We are going into a lockdown. This is not a drill." Uncertainty begins to panic in your brain, and you cannot believe what is happening. Would you guys know what to do next? Lockdowns in schools are becoming ever more frequent and necessary. It is vital to our safety to be able to understand how to stay safe when these unexpected crises occur. As a current student in college studying to become an elementary school teacher, my mind has been fixated on my future projected role as a teacher and to keep my future students safe and how to react if something were to happen in my college classes today. With today's alarming rise in school threats, knowing how to stay safe can be crucial to the classroom environment. Today I will be discussing how to secure the classroom, communicate with school personnel, and how to know when to evacuate. When a lockdown occurs, it can be frightening, and our brains may begin to overthink. However, securing the classroom is easier than it seems. When the lockdown is announced, the teacher should quickly lock the door, turn off all the lights, direct the students to huddle and sit together in a corner far away from the door, and silence all the cell phones. The main thing about securing the classroom is making the rooms look unoccupied. And according to the I Love You Guys Foundation standard response, the lockdown action actually advises making rooms look unoccupied. It is important to deter any harmful threats away from the staff and students by getting them to think that there is no one inside. These small actions of locking doors, turning off lights, and staying silent are crucial. They reduce visibility, maximize the level of safety in everyone's classroom. These procedures can be used in any classroom around the country and are quick and easy to follow. If a threat were to detect a group of students inside a classroom, however, communication between all staff is important. To limit confusion between parents, school staff, and students, everyone should be informed if there is a lockdown drill happening that day. This can be communicated through emails and newsletters sent out home. However, the stakes are much higher when it is not a drill. During a real emergency, staff should immediately contact first responders and families of the students. These phone calls should be brief so that all the necessary information is included, and too long of calls can end up in distracting the staff when they need to be focusing on the current state and safety of the students. And this is from the FCC and FEMA website that says it also helps the communication channels remain clear and open. Whether it be a drill or an emergency, staff and students should know what exactly to do for a lockdown. These important communication methods can reduce lots of confusion. If there is a threat of a lockdown was ever to become a serious problem and parents and first responders were already reached, it may be possible to prepare to evacuate. The final important protocol is the evacuation. Most schools have certain evacuation protocols. The main one is when teachers and staff help direct the students outside to a safe location. Normally they use this when they have a fire drill, and every school has its own personal designated exit strategies. This is similar to what happens during a fire drill. One important point to consider is that it is most likely to remain safer to remain inside during a lockdown, and the evacuation protocol should only be completed if truly necessary. In the policy brief lockdown drills, the website, the author mentions self-evacuation, exiting the building and getting to a safe location as one of alternate strategies taught when a traditional lockdown, locking doors, turning off the lights, or hiding is not reliable. In an emergency situation, it is important to consider all of the possible things that could lead to danger. It is important to adapt, stay informed, stay alert, and calm. Following these simple steps to keep the classroom undetectable, communicate, and evacuate can be the reason that someone's life is spared. In conclusion, remaining safe during a lockdown depends on how well we are prepared and how well we accomplish the procedures that we are taught. One of my favorite quotes by Ben Franklin says, "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure." When we accomplish these steps in a smart and simple way, we can avoid many problems. Threats are rising, lockdown drills are becoming real-life emergencies. Do not wait until it happens in real life to follow the procedures. Be responsible, be a leader, and be an example. The next time you hear the intercom announce a lockdown, do not panic, remain fearless, remain yourself, and do the things you know how to do. Everything will be okay.